Section 110.2 of the National Electrical Code, or NEC, concerns the authority having jurisdiction, often referred to as the AHJ. The AHJ is the entity responsible for enforcing the NEC within a specific area. This is typically a local electrical inspector or other designated official. According to 110.2, the AHJ possesses the authority to approve equipment, materials, and methods of installation even if they are not specifically detailed within the NEC. This means the AHJ can permit the use of electrical components or installation techniques that the NEC doesn't explicitly allow, as long as the AHJ is confident that the proposed approach ensures safety. This section grants considerable discretion to the AHJ in interpreting and enforcing the NEC. However, this can also lead to inconsistencies in how the code is applied. For instance, one AHJ might approve a particular piece of electrical equipment, while another AHJ might deem it unacceptable. These variations in interpretation can pose challenges for contractors who need to understand and comply with local requirements. The inconsistent application of 110.2 can create uncertainty for contractors, potentially leading to project delays and increased expenses. If an AHJ interpretation differs from the contractor's understanding, modifications to the installation may be necessary to meet the AHJ requirements. Some argue that 110.2 grants too much power to the AHJ, potentially leading to decisions that appear arbitrary or capricious. These individuals suggest that the NEC should offer greater specificity, limiting the AHJ approval authority to installations explicitly permitted by the code. Conversely, others maintain that 110.2 is crucial. It allows the AHJ to consider unique local conditions and leverage their expertise to make informed decisions. They argue that the NEC cannot comprehensively address every possible installation scenario, and the AHJ flexibility is essential for accommodating innovative and safe electrical practices. The future of 110.2 remains uncertain. The NEC undergoes regular revisions and updates, raising the possibility that 110.2 could be modified or even removed in subsequent editions. Nevertheless, 110.2 currently remains a significant component of the NEC, and contractors must understand its implications for their work. Essentially, 110.2 acknowledges that the NEC cannot foresee every conceivable situation that might arise during an electrical installation. Therefore, it empowers the AHJ to make informed judgments based on their knowledge and experience. This flexibility is intended to promote safety and accommodate new technologies or methods that might not be explicitly covered in the code. The AHJ role is not simply to enforce the letter of the code, but to ensure that electrical installations are safe and meet the intent of the NEC. When evaluating installations that fall outside the explicit scope of the code, the AHJ will typically consider several factors, including, firstly, the suitability of the equipment or materials for the intended application. Secondly, whether the proposed installation method provides an equivalent level of safety compared to methods prescribed in the NEC. Thirdly, whether the installation complies with other applicable codes and standards. Fourthly, the potential risks and benefits associated with the proposed installation. Contractors should proactively engage with the AHJ during the planning stages of a project, especially if they anticipate using equipment, materials, or installation methods that are not explicitly covered by the NEC. Open communication and collaboration can help avoid misunderstandings and ensure that the proposed installation meets the AHJ requirements. Providing the AHJ with detailed information about the proposed installation, including product specifications, engineering data, and safety certifications, can facilitate the review process. It is also important to document all communications with the AHJ, including any approvals or modifications that are agreed upon. This documentation can serve as a valuable record in case of future questions or disputes. The AHJ interpretation of 110.2 can be influenced by various factors, including local amendments to the NEC, specific industry practices in the area, and the AHJ own experience and training. It is therefore essential for contractors to stay informed about local requirements and to build relationships with the AHJ in that area. Attending industry events, participating in training programs, and engaging in professional organizations can provide opportunities to learn about local code interpretations and to network with AHJ and other electrical professionals. In situations where a contractor disagrees with the AHJ interpretation of 110.2, there are typically avenues for appealing the decision. The specific appeal process will vary depending on the local jurisdiction, but it usually involves submitting a written appeal to a higher authority, such as a Board of Appeals or a Code Review Committee. The appeal should clearly state the basis for the disagreement and provide supporting documentation such as product specifications, engineering data, and relevant code sections. The appeals process can be time-consuming and costly, so it is important to carefully consider the potential benefits and drawbacks before pursuing an appeal. In many cases, it may be more efficient to work with the AHJ to find a mutually acceptable solution. While 110.2 grants the AHJ considerable authority, it is important to remember that the AHJ primary responsibility is to ensure the safety of electrical installations. The AHJ is not intended to be an arbitrary or capricious decision maker, but rather a knowledgeable and experienced professional who is committed to protecting the public. Contractors who approach the AHJ with a spirit of cooperation and a willingness to address any concerns are more likely to achieve a positive outcome. The AHJ power under 110.2 extends to a wide range of electrical equipment, materials, and installation method. For example, the AHJ might approve the use of a new type of wiring that is not yet recognized by the NEC, provided that the wiring meets certain safety standards. Similarly, the AHJ might allow the installation of electrical equipment in a location that is not specifically permitted by the NEC, as long as the AHJ determines that the installation is safe and does not create a hazard. The AHJ authority under 110.2 is not unlimited. The AHJ cannot approve installations that violate fundamental safety principles or that are clearly contrary to the intent of the NEC. The AHJ must also ensure that approved installations comply with other applicable codes and standards such as built-in codes and fire codes. Furthermore, the AHJ decisions are subject to review and appeal, as described above. In addition to approving installations that are not specifically covered by the NEC, the AHJ also has the authority to interpret the code and to resolve disputes between contractors and inspectors. The AHJ interpretations are typically based on their knowledge of the NEC, their experience with electrical installations, and their understanding of local conditions. Contractors should consult with the AHJ whenever they have questions about the meaning or application of the NEC. The AHJ can provide valuable guidance and help ensure that electrical installations comply with the code. The NEC is a complex and ever-evolving document. It is essential for contractors to stay up to date on the latest changes and interpretations. Attending continuing education courses, subscribing to industry publications, and participating in professional organizations can help contractors stay informed about the NEC and to improve their understanding of electrical safety. Ultimately, the goal of 110.2 is to ensure that electrical installations are safe and reliable, even in situations where the NEC does not provide specific guidance. By granting the AHJ the authority to approve installations that are not explicitly covered by the code, 110.2 provides the flexibility needed to address unique local conditions and to accommodate new technologies and methods. Contractors who understand the AHJ role and who work cooperatively with the AHJ can help ensure that electrical installations meet the highest standards of safety and quality. The NEC is not intended to be a rigid set of rules that stifle innovation or prevent the use of new technologies. Rather, it is intended to be a flexible framework that promotes electrical safety while allowing for advancements in the field. Section 110.2 plays a key role in ensuring that the NEC remains relevant and adaptable to the changing needs of the electrical industry. By empowering the AHJ to make informed decisions based on their knowledge and experience, 110.2 helps to strike a balance between safety and innovation. In conclusion, NEC Section 110.2 addresses the authority having jurisdiction, or OJ, and its role in approving electrical installations not specifically covered by the code. This provision grants the AHJ considerable discretion, leading to potential inconsistencies in code application, but also enabling flexibility to address local conditions and accommodate innovative installations. While concerns exist about the AHJ power, 110.2 remains a vital aspect of the NEC, requiring contractors to understand its implications and engage proactively with local AHJ to ensure compliance and safety. The consistent revisions of the NEC may bring changes to 110.2 in the future, but for now, it's crucial to remain informed and adaptable within the electrical industry.